All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. Now, I normally haven't been saying this for some years because I'm black all day in every way, every day. But salute, happy Black History Month to all my black people. Um, but yeah, I'm black every day. And I understood, and understand why we have Black History Month, but at the same time, you know, it's a huge slap in our face in a way because Black history should be a part of American history, period. So the fact that we get a month, motherfucker, like we not from here is crazy. Um. Anyways, let me go on to Terrence Crawford. Salute the Bud Crawford again, man, because Terrence Crawford did something that a man is supposed to do. Yet again, setting the record straight about Teofimo, his daddy, his sister, and everybody else who have a problem with him saying what he's saying, and that supports T.O.'s nonsense. Yeah, he was supposed to. That's what a man's supposed to do. Not sit there and feel sorry for your enemies. Somebody who can care less about you or your people. They get embarrassed. Huh? And now they've hit rock bottom at that moment. Now they want to try to make up for, they feel stupid. They don't want to feel like a complete loser walking out that ring and walking to the back, walking out to their car, everything. Well, we know how that story went. So anyway, Terrence Crawford was being interviewed. I don't know what they call the damn show, but this guy, Channing Crowder, ex-football player or whatever the hell, he sat there and he said to Terrence Crawford, I believe that everybody's got a price. People say, I wouldn't do it for this, that, but everybody's got a price, right? He says that, and Crawford's just staring at him, it's like he knew where he was going with that, but he was just giving him his chance to say what he's gonna say. And he said, "You tell me like for $100 million, you wouldn't come out of retirement for $100 million?" And he told him, he said, "No," right? And he said, I mean, if you like now you selling yourself out. I mean, just like you made basically you made a conscious decision that, all right, it's time to walk away. Now for some money, they're gonna get you to come back, right? But pretty much you understand why, and you understand the powers that be, who these people are, what their agenda is. You get it. But even just you being true to who you are, you know what I'm saying? You can have a reputation like Mike Tyson, for example. No matter how many times he get his ass whipped, no matter how many times he show up and don't show out, people still always think he got a chance, right? But he's doing it for the money. But just saying, the people that's calling Mike don't give a fuck about Mike, because at the end of the day, let's just say, for example, if right now, if Mike passes physical and they said, wait, we trying to make Moses Atama the next Mike Tyson, what better way than to offer Mike Tyson another $25 million? Well, Mike said, no, it's not enough money. All right, 50. Mike comes out of retirement. Moses Atama goes in there and completely destroys him. He destroyed Mike Tyson. Like this is a prime Mike Tyson or something, right? Mike just did it for the money at that point. Mike Tyson, before he retired, what did he say in his last fight? I don't have a heart for this thing anymore. I'm just doing it now. I need money. I'm not going to continue to, I'm not going to disgrace this sport like that. And no disrespect to lose to a guy of, this caliber. But, right. And it's funny how people retire over a decade ago, over 2 decades ago. Somehow you all think they're going to come back and they're rejuvenated. They're this new fighter again. So yeah, my point. They're looking to make money. Let's try to build one legend by destroying another one. So let's just say Terrence Crawford is training just to keep himself in shape. He's not, preparing for a fight. He's retired. But let's just say, whatever. And they offer him this huge amount of money to try to get him back in. And he feels like, nah, there's no amount of money that's gonna give me back. I'm good, right? Now think about what they didn't want to give him when he was there, and it took him to get up in this age bracket to become the age that he is to finally get that money by fighting against Canelo. But bottom line is, this guy sat here and said, when Terrence Crawford said, no, now you selling out, you selling yourself out, you selling your soul. And he goes, the guy Channing Crowder, $100 million, you can have my soul. And Terrence Crawford looked at him and said, that's you. He said, now we know your character. And you understand what I mean? And he had the stupidest look on his face because he did not think the conversation was going to go that way. And he expected Terrence Crawford to sit there just like any other goofball clown out there and laugh at all. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. That's why I said, fuck these interviewers, these other podcasters, and these other YouTube channels. There's a handful that I respect. All right, there's a handful that I respect. They know who they are and they know who they aren't. Okay? And if you don't know, give me a reason to tell you. And I will. To your face, too. But there's only a handful of them that I respect. And this is exactly one of the main reasons why. This is one of the main reasons why I don't fuck with a lot of people. Because what you don't know about people are the very things that will cause an issue, bring a wedge between y'all. Because, like, my friends, the people I connect, let me tell you something. You can meet people, and let's say you and this guy have something in common. Let's say y'all both like cars or some shit. Y'all talk about cars all the time. He come around and, and y'all can be real cool, but outside of that, there's not a lot you know about him. But as you get to know him, it's not that you judge people, but your principles and your morals, if we're not parallel in that, at least, nah. Because there's little things that people would think that's not a big deal. That might be a big deal to you. Not because you're being pessimistic, but I'll give you an example, okay? Because things are subjective with people, with what they think right and wrong is. I know a dude, personally, who used to go to strip clubs all the time. I said, man, I don't go to no goddamn strip club. For what? The fuck I'm going to strip club for? For what? I do plenty of women that come right to the crib and get naked for me. What the hell do I need to go to? That's, I'm just, man, that was his thing. So, outside of the strip club, smoking weed, because I don't do none of that. I don't drink, don't smoke, none of that. He came around me to watch boxing. He came around me wasted because he wanted to work out, but he ain't have it in him. And I told him, man, I don't go soft and all that, and I'm not going to try to train you while I'm working out. So you're going to have to do that shit at a time where I can focus on training you. All right? I'm not altering my schedule to try to fit my thing for everybody else. Gotta live my life too, So what happened was this, right? Me and him were cool. But we were cool on that way of him coming through, and we got along. But it was like, nah, he strip club, this, that, whatever. And then the thing about that is, like, he was the type of person that he would screw around with a female, even if she was with somebody that he was close with. He knew if he tried that with me, just for the fact of him crossing me, what would happen. So some people, you find out that the only reason that they never cross you is not because they're loyal to you. They just know, nah, that motherfucker wanted to beat the shit out of you. Like, nah, chill. But they want to. You understand what I'm saying? People create their own temptations and their own fears. I don't believe in that bullshit, man. Peer pressure. No, you create that shit. Man the fuck up and understand who you are. Be a leader, not a follower. So when this dude sat here and said that, and well, that's what I'm saying. Our morals got to be, you can't be out here touching on little girls or thinking that, hey man, I do something strange for some change. Or, nah, there's limits to things, man. So no, and that's how you end up selecting your friends. At least that's how it used to be. Nowadays, people just, whatever floats your boat. Nah. So when Terrence Crawford responded to him the way he did, he had this stupid look on his face, this embarrassed ass looking smile, because he know he made an ass out of himself. Let me tell you something, man. When you tell a person everybody got a price, I don't care what it's for. If it's something you really want that they're offering you, then that's your price. They have a price. There's a price for it. And you want to know what that means? For $100 million, you'll get on your knees for a motherfucker and suck him off for $100 million. You'll let him bend you over for $100 million or whatever your price is. Hey, listen, I want you, your daughter and your wife at the same time, and they got to perform lesbian acts on each other and everything. Okay? And you got to sit there and watch. In fact, I want to cuck you, and I want you to actually, I'm going to talk shit to you, and you have to participate, like watching and whatever I tell you to do. If I want to spit on you and do all that kind of stuff, whatever. Now, it won't get out to the public. It's going to be between us, but hey, that's my price. Take it or leave it. Whatever your price is, you do it. And you want to know what these liars are saying? No, no, it's not. Because once you actually said the words out of your mouth for $100 million, you can have my soul. It don't matter if it's trying to get you to come back to boxing or trying to whatever. Everybody has a price. That was his words, which means you have no moral compass. You are a weak bum. There's nothing going on in here, and here, and in here that's worth a shit. And that's what he wasn't expecting from Terrence Crawford. He was expecting Terrence Crawford to, yeah, they could get the money, because everybody always say that. If the money's right, that's what everybody always say. Because you guys are not leaders, you're followers. And that's why I was so glad. I can't even say glad. I mean, well, yeah, put like this. It was like, okay, I respected the fact that he said what Shakur and Andre Ward wouldn't say. And they sitting up there talking all this. You know, man, it's not right, man. You're supposed to beat it up. Why the fuck do you even take the time to say that? What, you think that's going to get you stripes with the racist people that don't care about your black asses anyway? What is that? What is you showing concern for him supposed to be? Did you even see Tiafimo respond with a thank you? Hey, man, I appreciate and I respect. Hey, and I personally just want to say I'm sorry. You know, the same way he sat there, did all that disrespectful, racist shit, he should have got in front of it. If he meant it, he'd get in front of a camera, and his apologies and his stupidity, all that would be pointed out, right? I still say fuck him regardless, personally me. But I'm saying, like that saying, the apologies should be as loud as the disrespect. Point blank, period. So, this guy, Channing Crowder, this is what people need to do. Stop sitting there being a bunch of pussies. Y'all want to sit there and go on every podcast, every YouTube channel and whatever and glaze people. They glaze y'all and y'all sit up there and build up and yeah, they looking forward to the next time, but they saying all types of faulty shit. I told y'all I wouldn't be a good partner to a clown. I couldn't. Because when I'm sitting up here standing with my 10 toes to the fucking ground and you over here being a sellout, being a coon, a monkey, nah, man. Hey, pause. The fuck is wrong with you? I'm gonna have to get at you. It ain't no sense for me to lump your face up and then you gotta sit there and do the rest of the fucking interview with a mask on your face or with your back to the, off the camera. Cause I mean, it's no reason for this, man. And when my thing what made the good feeling about it, seeing Terrence Crawford do that, to see that he got it in him and that there is somebody out there who won't just say these things. Because if Terrence Crawford said it off camera, that would make him a complete sucker. A straight up bitch. Because then that means, off camera. So you know it's wrong. But he said what he said on camera. You wait till the cameras go off to confront him? Nah. That's clown shit. So nah, he addressed them right there in front of the camera like he did. For $100 million, you can have my soul. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now, like Terrence Crawford said, that's you. He said, now we know your character. Everybody watching know you a fucking sellout. I'm telling you this, 99.9% of them motherfuckers are all sellouts, and they have a price. That's the reason why the world is so fucked up. That's the reason why us black people can't ever get ahead as a people, because everybody know, throw a black motherfucker a little money, he'll sell out. Like Soulja Boy told you niggas when he performed for Trump. Huh? Kamala Harris ain't never put no money in my pocket, nigga. Huh? Obama ain't never put no money in my pocket, nigga. But y'all sit up in front of these cameras telling how rich y'all are, how y'all so smart, y'all got all this money, and y'all got all these businesses. Right. But for it, yeah, you come there and perform for a sellout. So Rick Ross, Snoop, all of them, sellouts. We already know what time it is with them. And a lot of black people said, I don't care about Rick Ross and Soulja Boy, but Snoop. So you selective with who's a sellout. See, this is my point. Black people don't have their priorities straight. See, we're for each other when it's bias and ego and stupidity involved, but something we can benefit from, and we need each other to do that at a particular time. But just to point at, hey, that's my black brother, that's my black sister. Nah, we don't care about that. All we have is division. You know, Mike Epps did an interview, and Mike Epps in that interview said, I don't care how much money you get as a black man, I don't care how famous you get, you still on the plantation. And with all that power that you think you have, you can only use it against other black people. Haven't I been telling y'all that shit for years? For years. Right? What did he say? He said, you know, it don't matter. No matter what. It's like, you flex on your master, basically, then because they going to cancel you. And what I tell you, I seen channels, everybody talking about black this, black that, black power. Black people got to stick together. Black this, black this. Injustice against black people, these corrupt cops, all that. And then all of a sudden, these very same black people, all I see them doing is sitting up in front of a camera talking shit about other black people. Even the comedians roasting, talking shit about each other and who this and who that and who's a bitch ass nigga and who got me canceled from this and who did this and who did that, who's whack, he ain't even funny. What, so what, every white comedian funny? Every Latino comedian funny? Every Indian comedian funny? Every comedian of other ethnicities is funny. It's just black comedians that's not funny. Nah, we're not going to talk about nobody other than black people. 50 Cent do all these documentaries, right? He do all these, he make these little videos, always got something negative or some just trolling people. Why you don't make documentaries about white people, Charles Manson and you know, the Iceman, all these people that was committing crimes. Why you don't do shit like that about them? And the thing is, one thing, 50 Cent better be super careful. Why? There's no way you can do the things you do. Got task force and shit you pay to protect you and all that shit at times as well. And you not indebted to these people. Because I'm going to tell you, the second something go wrong or they just decide they sick of your ass, oh, they'll find, because they study you. So they know everything about you. They know how to get to you. All of this kind of shit. All it takes is one thing to happen. And for black men, a whole lot of times, it's dating white women. And it'd be that white woman that'll be like, he slapped me or he did this or he did that. And then next thing you know, they trying to cancel you. You're in big trouble now. Now you're a woman beater. Huh? Yeah. All this kind of shit. Believe me. Don't matter. As long as they making money with you, they profiting with you. See, that's the thing. We don't care that you talking shit about black people. We don't care that you keep saying all this other shit about black. Nah, Ja Rule said something about this Epstein situation. And he said it make him realize how petty the beef is with him and 50 Cent. Now, Ja Rule basically said, let's end our beef. I don't know what 50 Cent response was or whatever. But you see, this is what I'm saying about black people. It goes right back to what I just told you on Mike Epps said. You can only flex that power on other black people. And I've been seeing this shit forever. House niggas always thought they was free, but thought that the field niggas were slaves. And people still don't get it. And I feel like black people will never just all together realize this shit and come together like we supposed to. I don't think it'll ever happen. Not as long as I'm alive. I don't think my sons to see. I think that people are just ignorant to the core. And that's all I see is black people talking shit about black people. So now when some corrupt white cops or just racist people of other ethnicities do some foul shit towards us, do black people even care anymore? Because I feel like most of this shit is just for clicks, likes, and views. They sit up behind their cameras and talk about it, but you promote motherfuckers and you do, business with people that have this after this motherfucker Channing Crowder sat here and said what he said. Why would anybody else want to come on his show? Why would you want to see these motherfuckers get anywhere? Because they sellouts. They have a price. They'll stab you in the back for a price. And no matter how pussy you may be, you know what you'll do? You'll try to do it through somebody else, find a way to get it done. You can't trust people like that. I don't even respect a motherfucker like that. Everybody has a price. Oh, really? Nah, okay. Now I know, anytime somebody say that, they're always talking about themselves. Or you motherfuckers have prices. Yeah. Just think, a black man sat up here for the world to hear him say, for $100 million, you can have my soul. And I guarantee you, him, Crawford, and that other dude sitting there, I guarantee you, all of them say they believe in God and all that. Oh, really? What fucking kind of God you believe in? And that's one of the main reasons, too, where I laugh at you fuckers with all this religious bullshit. You show me anywhere in your Bible where your fucking God is telling you being a sellout is what he wants for you. You don't even know that fucking Bible. I'll school you fools, and we can strip that shit down. I'll show you shit you don't even know is in there. I know you motherfuckers don't. It's bullshit anyway. There's no structure to the shit. Ain't nothing but mind control. But you motherfuckers, the fact that you feel the need to have something to worship and bow to, your God is so good to you that selling your soul for any amount of money or gift or whatever is appropriate to you because, hey, that's how you get ahead in life, right? All you motherfuckers that be talking about, see what God can do, your God need to make 100% of you shut the fuck up because y'all all make clowns out yourselves. This motherfucker sat here and said, plain and simple, for $100 million, they can have my soul. Like I said, you let a motherfucker bend you over for $100 million, you get on your knees for him, all right, your wife, your daughter, whoever. Hey, I want to have gay sex with your son. Hey, listen. Hey, man, you got to get that money up. Yeah, whatever your price is. Son, listen now. I probably never had this conversation with you before, but look, I need you to do something for Daddy. And we going to be real rich after this. Yeah, everybody's got a price, man. How you even feel like a man saying some goofy shit like that? And I'm going to tell you something, man. I commend Terrence Crawford because he said what he had to say, and he's real calm about it, but he said it. Fight out. He's, that's you. And he said, now we know your character. Because I'd have been a little more, yeah, or a lot more. Plain and simple. Fuck you gonna sit here and say some shit like that. You know, black people, don't call yourselves niggas. Don't be a proud nigga. Don't be a real nigga. Don't be no type of nigga. Be what we are. Stop defining yourselves with trash vocabulary. Old fools used to be young fools. The sad part is the fact that you old and still a fool. You know, the other day, man, it's funny. Somebody asked me, and this was off the record, in conversation about comparison with Shakur and Floyd. And I'm going to tell you, real simple. I said, Floyd is still better than Shakur, man. Shakur got a ways to go. He's no Floyd. Shakur don't need to be Floyd. He need to be Shakur. Every fighter is developing themselves to be the best version of themselves, right? And once you start putting people names in your head, I want to be better than this person, I said that's when it starts to become not only pressure to you, but you find yourself doing things out of character because your focus should be on you. Now, my opinion, plain and simple, I don't see none of them as good as Floyd. No. But that's not what it's about. Shakur just need to be Shakur. Now, here's my thing. This isn't about a debate. And I can care less. And I only answer the question that I was asked. I've made it known on video as well that I don't see Shakur as good as Floyd. No, I can sit here and break down things that why he's not as good. Simple. But there's no need for me to do that. But even for me to do that, right? It will be for what? The purpose of proving to you that Floyd is better. You understand? When it's all opinions. Now, I strongly believe that's my opinion. That no, doesn't matter. Shakur Stevenson said Sugar Ray Robinson is trash. I don't care what he said. That's his opinion. James Toney said Muhammad Ali is trash. Okay? Yeah. Where am I going? I want to get mad and want to fight everybody because they said something about Ray Robinson and Ali. So, the other day, I see a video of Roy's being interviewed. Boy, he couldn't wait to talk about Floyd. Shakur is better than Floyd because he ain't ducked nobody. You know what I'm saying? Right? You want to know what I noticed, though? I started noticing it in that comment section. People comments are starting to change now. People really getting sick of Roy and his hating ass bullshit. And I told you, I said, these motherfuckers keep talking, they keep hating. And one day, they say something about one person or at a time where the rest of the people are against them. And then all of a sudden now, people that was on your side just sick of your hating ass now. And not only that, but I looked around and I just was looking at video after video, right? And I see all of these different black people and everything is a beef. This one don't like this one. Let's put each other against each other, right? All of this type of stuff. None of this stuff is meaningful. And I haven't heard not one of these fools salute anybody for Black History Month and say nothing about it, but they claim they're so proud about it, right? No. They are a bunch of slaves. They're a bunch of fools, and they're never going to grow up. You know, Roy Jones remind me of this guy named Marvin. He talked like him. He act like him. You know how Roy be bouncing his hair on. He talk, you know. He arrogant. He act just like Roy Jones, man. You ever see somebody walk in a room and the person be looking at them like you could just see the hate in their face? When Roy talk about Floyd, it's like he goes into a trance. Look at his face. It's like this is the most bitter, jealous, most delusional motherfucker. Top 3 face of the earth right now. This dude is weird, man. And I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, he's an example of how not to look at life. You are damn near 60 years old and you still walking around here talking about a dude and trying to make comparisons. It's like you have to tell people you're this, you're that, what you were, who you would have beaten, how you could have beaten. You have to tell everybody that shit. And yeah, you got some sheep that agree with you. But at the same time, you know what pisses him off? 50-0. You know what else pisses him off? The fact that he can't, at no point in time, no footage ever, because it doesn't exist, can he play and sit down and cross his fingers and just watch Floyd get knocked out by a bunch of journeymen, or anybody for that matter. But those videos of him will always be around. So anytime y'all want to see Roy get knocked out, just go pull up a fight with him getting knocked out. Now go do the same thing with Floyd. Good luck with that. Case in point, like I said, people need to start to shut these haters down. Roy, why do you always seem to keep bringing up Floyd? Why every time something, a conversation or anything, or even if we say anything about Floyd, you just start going into, like, you start saying more than what we want. James Toney said Muhammad Ali was trash. Why you ain't issue no challenge to James Toney? And you can't stand up here and say, I'll beat him already. So what? Then you ain't beat him bad enough, because you know how you feel about Ali, and he still said that shit anyway. So, nah. Big deal. Floyd said what he said. You've been walking around here for years. Over a damn decade saying this man's name. So no. Kwanzaa, Black History Month, none of that stuff. None of that. Juneteenth, none of this stuff is going to wake up black people. Black people don't even care. No, it ain't going to wake up niggas. Black people care. Niggas don't. And all these niggas going to walk around here making asses out themselves until they go into their grave. What Roy going to come across the right person. He going to say that shit and be talking about somebody. He going to say some fighter's name, whether they from this country or another country, and he going to have a whole bunch of people get sick of him and turn on his ass the same way. You know, it's so funny how every other fighter is so greater than Floyd. They did this, they did that. He said Shakur ain't duck nobody. What's the dude that wanted to fight Shakur and Shakur didn't fight him? And the dude that he fought, was it, and they were saying he should rematch him because that's the fight where Shakur started tripping and was saying his hand was hurting and he started talking shit about Floyd and everybody. Yeah, right? But listen to Roy talk. Now he know everybody's career. Yeah, you should have knew that straight right was coming from Tarver in that second fight. Yeah, you should have paid more attention to that. Damn near 60 years old, still rapping. Ain't nobody, they don't even do reaction videos to that shit. They not talking shit. I'm about starting shit. Yeah, 60-year-old man starting shit. Right, that's what you known for. This is diva shit. This is diva vibes, man. And you know, it's funny, man. It's not even funny. It's just crazy how I look at Roy and I look at his mind. He give you the same vibes that his dad gave. He's more like his father than he realized, man. And y'all need to stop interviewing people and letting them sit here and tell y'all shit. First of all, you ain't gonna come on my show trying to overtalk me for one. I'm the host. You shut the fuck up and answer the questions I ask you. You don't fucking overtalk me, motherfucking, right? But this is the thing. So we gonna have a respectful show. We gonna talk about, you know, I don't want to dig in your personal life and talk about shit that I know you don't want to talk about. See, and this is why that shit's not for me. Because, if we gonna be real about it, I can't let you sit here and shoot off at the mouth about other people when I know you're lying. Or the things you're saying just don't add up. See, but that's why people only want to do interviews with certain people. Because they know they can overtalk you, loud talk you, and have you sit there and let them, nah. And at the end of the day, especially somebody like Andre Ward, who's supposed to be cool with both of them. Nah, shut that shit down, Roy. We ain't gonna do that. You can only flex on black people with your power when you're black. And that's the mindset that people actually not just realize it, they accept it. So for that matter, wouldn't that make you say, so why would I flex on my black brothers and sisters? That's the same with your family. You can flex on your family, but you go flex on somebody else's family is war, right? So why would you flex on your own family? Guidance, love, education, all that, that's not flexing. It's your job to love. I used to tell my mother and father, man, when I was a kid, I used to tell my mother and father, I don't need no black leader. I need you and you for love and guidance and understanding. I don't need no black leader. Every time I look at these old videos and I hear Martin Luther King talk about he has a dream, I look at these old videos of Malcolm X and everybody else, and Stokely Carmichael, all these lectures, Marcus Garvey, all these people, they all been crying and fighting for the same things at different eras of time, and it's always the same thing. Black people are always going uphill, and the hill is so steep and we keep sliding back down. And we don't try nothing different. We just keep trying to walk back up the same way, nothing different. We don't unify, we don't put our heads together, everything. All this black leader talk. I'm not from where y'all from. I was raised up here. And y'all, it's like y'all see things from a lens of religion and fear. And my father, don't get me wrong, he wasn't no chump. My father, I seen him throw hands a couple of times. My father ain't no chump or nothing. But he had this fear for us to just, just tell us that. Don't look that white man in the eye. You do as you do, shut your mouth and do that white man down. Like, why you always think that there's going to be somebody white that's going to be the manager wherever I'm going or what? It was always that mentality, that fear of something happening to us, so they trying to just shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't that's what they was trying to do. He's like, man, we ain't scared of that shit y'all scared of. That's your shit. That's not ours. We different. And I think my pop never understood that. And I think even the more he understood that, damn, see, they saw us as being rebellious, not realizing, nah, y'all accepted being fucking put in a certain class of people and treated a certain way. He's like, nah, you're not doing that shit to us. So I don't come from no, I'm not from that cloth of fear. And you know, well, I don't want to upset that. Fuck, nah. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, motherfucker. And I'll be damned if I'm going to have fear of any motherfucker with 2 legs and 2 arms like me. I don't give a fuck if you got 3 or 4 arms. I'll break them other 2 and say, nah, use your other 2 good ones. Now it's more of an even fight, right? Nah, because really I just took your advantage. If you ever had one. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And I always, case in point, I'm coming up and I'm bumping heads and having differences with my mom and my dad about life. And all this God. I'm like, y'all always talking about what God can do. Then why is all this shit happening in the world? Y'all keep talking free will, because we read this and we ain't free will, nothing, man. And I start showing them verses. I start reciting them like it's right from, without looking in the book about things that were said and how God opposed his will on those who he wanted to. He intervened when he wanted to. So there's no free fucking will when he intervenes. So he's selective, right? All this other shit that y'all talk, but all of y'all sellouts. Like I always say, what the fuck does a Christian have that a Muslim don't have? What does a Muslim have that a Christian don't have? What does any of them have that a non-believer don't have? Hopes and dreams and some false ass promise of everlasting life when you die? Y'all make it sound like hell empty because all y'all talk about, I know they in the better place. Ah, stop it. All them crooked Christian motherfuckers in your family, you think all them motherfuckers went up there? You think, yeah, whatever. Man, when you're dead, you're fucking dead. It's as simple as that. And all that afterlife bullshit, y'all scared of death. That's what it is. The thought of once you're gone, you're just dead. Nah, I want to believe that afterlife, that there's, there's, how the fuck would you know? I don't believe none of that shit. I deal with the here and now. And you want to know what? Aries don't walk around lying, stealing, cheating, doing all that bullshit. But you so-called religious people do. And I don't know how y'all can sit here talking like y'all some righteous human beings, but you allow people like Channing Crowder to say sellout shit like that. So I salute Crawford for saying what a man's supposed to say. You know? You sit here and let people like Tiafimo claim this same God that you claim. And y'all don't say nothing to him. Ryan Garcia, all these fake ass people. Huh? All of these fucking people. Do you think if Errol Spence was being trained by Robert Garcia, just say for example, and Errol Spence said, I'm anti-Mexican. Yeah, I applaud and support the ICE agent. I hope they send all them fucking Mexicans back to Mexico. I hate them motherfuckers. This and that. As a matter of fact, I wish I could kill some of the Mexicans and then dig their asses up after they died so I could kill them again. Do you think that Errol Spence could walk into Robert Garcia's gym and all them other Mexican fighters in there and, hey, how you doing, coach? And everything is all, no. No, Robert Garcia would sever ties with that motherfucker. But while he's in there, I'm pretty sure one of them fighters would take a swing at him. What are you going to tell Robert Garcia? Yo, Robert, man, I apologize, man. No. Oh, so you going to apologize to me behind closed doors, but you insulted my people openly, which means nobody heard this apology from you except for me and these, few guys in the gym or whatever. You're racist. Now I'm going to come in here and train you after hearing you say all that? Didn't Derek James sit his black ass there with Ryan Garcia like it never happened? You see what I'm saying? Think about what Mike Epps said. Black people only have the power to flex on black people. It's deeper than that. It's not. I hear what he's saying. And I'm going to tell you, It's bullshit, but it's true at the same time. Okay? It's true because, yeah, they will try to cancel you. 48 laws of power. What's the number one law? Never outshine the master, right? Yeah. The thing is, even his terminology when he says the money that they give you, they didn't give you shit. You earned that money. You're worth that money. They didn't give you nothing. But yeah, you go against the grain, they will try to cancel you. The problem is not that. The problem is y'all have the mindset to accept you can only flex on black people. That's the fucking problem. There's not another nationality, another ethnicity on the face of this earth that a black fighter could have said all them things that Ryan Garcia said, and he can go around these people like it's all good, and they just gonna act like it never happened. Nope. Nope, not these racist ass Christians and nobody. Nobody would have put up with that. Only black people will let that shit slide. And you gonna train this motherfucker after he said what he said. Nah. I don't care what he said. Probably ain't say nothing to Derrick James, but I don't care what he said. Even if let's say if he apologized to him behind closed doors, he said what he said openly. You know why I'm making this video? Because I hope I could wake some people up, and I hope all the people that watched that Terrence Crawford interview, I hope people wake up from that, seeing that and realizing, like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Just like when I said James Toney answered that question right when I think that was damn Ellie Setback or whoever the fuck it was. Oh, what do you think about Floyd Mayweather? She was swinging for 40 minutes. Like, pocket watching another man. Nah, ain't our business. Somebody need to teach Roy how to stop being an old, bald-headed, peanut-head hater, man. Because I swear, every time I see this dude, it's just like, I don't even want to hear what he got to say. It's something about bitter people, man. They just have this face. They always had this stupid look in their face, man. Like it's like you just know. And it's like, not only that, here's a guy who will never, ever call out another. He's the same way. You don't talk shit about no white fighters and nobody else. Everybody he insult or try to criticize got to be a black fighter. The only people he's going to say something about, like really like insult them or try to say they wasn't a good fighter, is a Floyd Mayweather opponent. To try to belittle them like they wasn't that good. They wasn't in their prime. They wasn't like, all right, I know. Yeah, says the guy who only has 2 credible names on his resume, and that is motherfucking James Toney and Bernard Hopkins, the only 2 Hall of Famers. And for people talking about they fought, and they know they didn't fight in their prime. Roy Jones and Hopkins in their physical primes, physically, but they both were on the come up at that point. And Bernard got a late start in boxing. So you're wrong about that. And he's, 4 or 5 years older than Roy Jones. All right? At the end of the day, him and Tony, that's it. Bum-ass John Ruiz was the bummiest, worst heavyweight in the motherfucking world. So that motherfucker, fuck him. John Ruiz. Trash. So says the man that only got 2 Hall of Famers on his resume. Versus one that has 23. He fought nobody. Yeah, I know. He fought 23 bums and 20. Yeah, I know. Right. They just somehow was no good when Floyd fought him. Because somehow Floyd stayed the same age for like 2 decades. You know, but it is what it is. I was just wanting to get that message out and just tie all this in, man. Because this is what people need to start doing, man. Stop letting these old bitter motherfuckers, y'all come up here. All this, 5-time champion, stop all that, man. Fuck with, just do the damn interview. These arrogant people sit up here think they better than your ass anyway. But you know what? This dude Channing Crowder, I bet he know now. But there'll always be a coon come sit on that seat and won't check him on that shit. And I don't care who you talking to. And you know what? I also appreciate this. Terrence Crawford refused to do interviews with Ellie Setback. And in his face, Ellie would say, he's like, yo, I don't talk to you. You don't even talk to me. He's like, I ain't talking to you. Get away from me. You go away. He wouldn't even talk to him because you see what he is. Now, this is the point what I'm saying. For every black person that know why Terrence Crawford did that, why is it that you do interviews with Ellie Setback? As I said, if you call somebody out their name or do something, you hate on them or you racist, and you call somebody a nigga, or you see any black people, and you understand what I'm saying? You make derogatory remarks about because they're black, then you talking about me too. So you can't come to me with the, oh no, you Aries, he's different. Aries, you're different. I'm talking about him. Now, what I'm saying, for me to know your agenda, because some reason you're nice to me, I don't need you to be nice to me. In fact, I'm gonna do something to you where you won't be nice to nobody. You won't be able to be mean or nice. At the end of the day, we need more stand-up men, actual men, and not these little sellout little boys that never learn how to be men. Any motherfucker sit here and say, for $100 million, you can have my soul. I have zero respect for you, and you're a chump. At the end of the day, I said what I said.